J's, and the bitch deserve it. Put in work for the money, she earn it. Give me top every night, lip service. Now I gotta block these hoes, she worth it. I'm out in Abu Dhabi.
Welcome to Jdrelatives. Today we're diving into the stories of prominent figures whose reputations took a significant hit in 2024. While some might find a way to recover by this time next year, others appear set to face a long and perhaps endless journey, with redemption slipping further from their grasp.
The notion that I had the power to just produce whatever I wanted and have it air is completely false.
Okay.
There were many, many levels of scrutiny.
Katy Perry. 143 marked Katy Perry's return with her first studio album in almost 4 years. During her break from original music, Perry dedicated her time to American Idol, her Vegas residency, and embracing motherhood. Themes like motherhood and female empowerment inspired tracks such as Women's World. However, many criticized her for hypocrisy, as the album featured collaborations with Dr. Luke, who had faced accusations of sexually assaulting Kesha years prior. Kesha also accused Dr. Luke of assaulting Katy Perry. While Kesha's case was eventually settled out of court, Perry's controversial choice to collaborate with Luke again sparked mixed reactions. Adding to the backlash, the album received lackluster reviews and struggled on the charts. With many critics agreeing that Perry seemed to have lost her creative spark after spending so much time away from songwriting. Jennifer Lopez.
Pop superstar Jennifer Lopez has new music on the way. J-Lo celebrated the 20th anniversary of her hit album, This Is Me Then, by announcing a new project called This Is Me Now. The soon-to-be-released record will chronicle Lopez's life journey across the last 20 years, with new songs about her childhood, as well as her history of unsuccessful relationships.
Jennifer Lopez appeared ready to start 2024 on a strong note with her 9th studio album, This Is Me Now. She personally financed the album's $20 million budget, a gamble that seemed promising given the extensive publicity surrounding its release. The album was even accompanied by a documentary titled The Greatest Love Story Never Told. However, some critics, particularly those from the Bronx, felt the project lacked authenticity. The album's reception didn't fare much better, failing to break into the top 20 on the Billboard 200. While a tour was initially planned, Lopez cancelled it just months before news broke of her divorce from Ben Affleck. Alongside the buzz around Jennifer's split, Lopez's past relationship with P. Diddy resurfaced in the public eye amid his unfolding scandal.
You've been showing all the musicians all the letters that, and they were like, yeah, we call you Penn Affleck. And I was like, oh my God.
Blake Lively.
You want to do the honors?
No, you go ahead. I need to take it in from here.
I was hoping you'd say that, okay? Oh my God.
When it comes to the box office, few had a better year than Blake Lively. She made a memorable cameo in the billion-dollar blockbuster Deadpool and Wolverine, and starred in another hit, It Ends With Us. However, during the promotional tour for the latter, Lively's public image took a hit. She was already facing scrutiny due to her rumored feud with her co-star and director, Justin Baldoni.
I'm not a relationship person.
Yeah, I
never been good at
that. Well, how do you know? You've never tried having a relationship or carbs. So how do you know it doesn't work
Carbs?
for
I never
you?
said I didn't eat carbs.
Come on, you don't look like a reckless snacker.
Well, thank you.
Since the film delves into domestic violence, many found it insensitive that Lively chose this moment to promote her new hair care brand, while a source stated that the product launch's timing was unintentional and unrelated to the film's release. The association still placed Lively in an awkward position. Despite this, Lively maintained a cheerful demeanor during press appearances, even encouraging audiences to embrace a floral-themed look.
We all have an idea of what love can be.
I want to see you again.
Now you see me.
You know what I mean.
Neil Gaiman. From Coraline to Stardust to the Sandman series, Neil Gaiman has established himself as a prolific author whose work has made a lasting impact on TV and film. However, his career took a sharp turn in 2024 when 5 women accused him of sexual misconduct. One of the accusers was his child's former nanny, a longtime fan, who alleged that Gaiman assaulted her just hours after their initial meeting. While Gaiman has denied all allegations, several projects connected to him have been placed on hold. This includes the final season of Good Omens, which is now being restructured as a 90-minute special without his involvement. Additionally, Disney's film adaptation of Gaiman's The Graveyard Book may have been permanently shelved. Lil Durk.
But I heard you told dude, get up. If you post in the hood, we gon' get up with you.
In 2022, rapper Quando Rondo, along with his sister and cousin Lil Pab, became victims of a tragic LA shooting that claimed Lil Pab's life. 2 years later, authorities made 6 arrests in connection with the case. Those arrested were linked to the Only the Family record label, including its founder, Lil Durk Devontae Banks.
You know, Alex, this is a very serious charge. Conspiracy is one of those charges that all it takes is voluntary knowledge. So as long as you had any conversation with 2 or more about something, a plan to further this plot for hire, and it resulted in a death, you are looking at those either life imprisonment and up to the death penalty.
Lil Durk is allegedly the mastermind behind a murder-for-hire scheme that reportedly targeted Quando Rondo as revenge for King Von's death. In return for Rondo's life, Lil Durk is said to have promised his 5 associates a significant payout and future benefits. Durk has pleaded not guilty but is expected to remain in custody until his trial, scheduled for early 2025.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk has pleaded not guilty to a murder-for-hire plot in L.A. Reports out of L.A. say Durk, whose real name is Durk Devontae Banks, entered the plea this afternoon and was ordered held in the federal prison there. Durk is accused of paying 5 people to kill a rival in L.A.
Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston is another singer who went to jail in 2024, although he might be the only one who faced the music with his mother, Janice Turner. The mother and son were arrested following a raid at Kingston's Miami mansion, which he rents. 2 months later, they found themselves being indicted for wire fraud and conspiracy.
This came all after BSO received complaints that the singer had not completed certain payments. So he was not home when they raided his house, so he was arrested over in California. His mother arrested right here in South Florida.
Kingston and Turner stand accused of fraudulently purchasing $1 million worth of luxury items that they allegedly didn't pay for. It isn't the first time Turner has been linked to theft. A year before Kingston released Beautiful Girls, Turner pleaded guilty to bank fraud, serving 1.5 years. Kingston and Turner could see much longer sentences if found guilty this time, amounting to 20 years per count. Mr. Beast.
I am standing on $5 million of real money, the largest grand prize in entertainment history. And competing for this $5 million are these 1,000 contestants. Come on in.
Well, it's not the Hunger Games, but Beast Games. That's at the center of the lawsuit here. Amazon MGM Studios announced the show and its $5 million cash prize. Now 5 people are taking the company that produces Mr. Beast's show and Amazon to court in California. They cite poor working conditions.
Whether you know him as Jimmy or Mr. Beast, this internet sensation has been a dominant force on social media for over a decade. Recently, he's expanded his reach beyond the online world, with Amazon Prime Video picking up his reality competition series, Beast Games. However, the series has sparked controversy, as several contestants have filed a class action lawsuit against Mr. Beast, Amazon, and others involved.
Previously, when we've asked Mr. Beast reps about similar allegations, they pointed to his charity work. They also told us that one particular shoot in Vegas was, quote, unfortunately complicated by unexpected logistical and communications issues, and they've taken steps to ensure that we learn from this experience.
The allegations include being denied basic necessities like food, not being compensated for overtime, and experiencing sexual harassment. This isn't the first time Mr. Beast has been accused of fostering a toxic work environment. Regardless of how the lawsuit unfolds, the controversy has already tarnished the show's reputation before its debut, casting doubt on Mr. Beast's future projects.
Hugely influential, hugely popular, despite some of this bad press that is now coming out. So we're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out, of course, for Mr. Beast and his brand's going forward, but nonetheless, very popular amongst the younger folk, shall we say.
Those kids these days. All right, I'm going to have to tune in. Yasmin, thanks very much.
Kanye West. From interrupting Taylor Swift's VMA acceptance speech to associating with a white nationalist, Kanye West has, so to speak, jeopardized his career more than once over the years. He always seemed to recover from his most controversial decisions. However, 2024 could signal the start of Ye's real decline. Former assistant Lauren Pashada has filed multiple lawsuits against him, alleging wrongful termination, breach of contract, and sexual harassment. These allegations include claims of being drugged and assaulted during a recording session involving West and P. Diddy. While West dismissed Pashada's accusations as baseless, he's now facing another lawsuit from America's Next Top Model alum Jen Ann, who alleges that he sexually strangled and gagged her during a music video shoot in 2010.
Feel the champagne but still look thirsty. Rock forever 21 but just...
Dan Schneider.
Watching over the past 2 nights was very difficult, me facing my past behaviors, some of which are embarrassing and that I regret, and I definitely owe some people a pretty strong apology.
Some would say Dan Schneider's career was effectively over years ago when allegations of his allegedly cruel and unethical behavior first came to light, resulting in his termination from Nickelodeon. Any remaining hope for a comeback appeared to vanish in 2024 with the release of the docuseries Quiet on Set. While the series addressed several controversial figures, much of the reported trauma at Nickelodeon was linked back to Schneider.
Let's talk about the massages.
Okay.
Watching the content yesterday, it was disturbing.
It was wrong. It was wrong that I ever put anybody in that position. It was the wrong thing to do. I'd never do it today. I'm embarrassed that I did it then. I apologize to anybody that I ever put in that situation.
As fresh accounts of sexism and explosive outbursts emerged, Schneider addressed the allegations in an interview with iCarly actor Boogie. Although Schneider admitted to some of his past mistakes, he insisted that certain accusations were false. However, many saw the video as an insincere attempt at an apology, solidifying their decision to dismiss Schneider entirely, if they hadn't done so already.
No writer should ever feel uncomfortable in any writer's room, ever, period, the end, no excuses. Most TV writers, comedy writers have been in writers' rooms and they are aware that a lot of times there are inappropriate jokes made and inappropriate topics come up.
But before we continue, did you know only 1% of our subscribers are watching? We kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Sean Diddy.
Legal freak-offs. It's all about the freak-offs in one way, shape, or form.
Freak-offs?
Freak-offs.
Freak-offs. Freak-offs.
The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time.
Prosecutors say that these were elaborately produced events.
It's fair to say that no celebrity experienced a greater fall from grace in 2024 than Sean Combs. Depending on how events unfold in 2025, it could rival the downfalls of Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby. The leaked video showing Diddy assaulting his former partner, Cassie Ventura, was enough to land him in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The situation spiraled further as 120 accusers came forward, filing lawsuits against Diddy for various alleged sex crimes.
Federal prosecutors said Sean Combs did not act alone. He had assistants, managers, security staff who would make sure that women and male prostitutes were at these freak-offs, that the hotel rooms where they were staged were stocked with supplies like baby oil and lubricant.
Many of these incidents allegedly occurred at Diddy's infamous freak-offs, casting a far darker shadow over his once celebrated parties. Only time will tell if this marks the true end of Diddy's career. However, if he is convicted, several other high-profile names could potentially be implicated as well.
Colossal. You know, it really protected Sean for a number of years.
People think that they're so powerful that was never going to catch up with them.
Which celebrity's comeback would leave you completely stunned? Share your thoughts in the comments below.